Ultimate reality is you. Ultimate reality is everything, everyone. There is nothing else. You are that ultimate reality. Ultimate reality is you. You can use any name, void, nothingness, emptiness, Brahm, Parbrahm, Parameshwar, divine. Those are just labels, shorthand, names. That name is not the reality. Just as the word tree is not really the tree, the word Arvind is not really that human being, the word brain is not really that organ. We need to start with that knowledge. Ultimate reality is you. You are the ultimate reality. There is nothing else. There is no one else. Because of this, there is no real birth. There is no real death. There is a play of forms. There is a Leela. There is transformation. Water becomes vapor. Vapor becomes water. Water becomes ice. Ice becomes water. Flowers come from the earth. Flowers fall into the earth and become earth. What we see as birth and death is just transformation of form, transformation of energy. That is the second most important thing to remember. First, ultimate reality alone exists. There is no real birth. There is no real death. There is Leela. There is play. What we see as birth and death is just transformation. When a wave rises in ocean, it is not a real birth. When wave falls back into the ocean, it is not real death. Because ultimate reality alone exists, because everything, everyone is ultimate reality alone. This means there are no real separate individuals. There are no real separate entities. There is nothing independent, separate, to be born, to die, nor there is a separate entity that can control events, things independently, separately. Everything that exists, starting with Big Bang and before, the entire universe and everything that exists, physical, chemical, or biological, be it a mountain, ocean, star, galaxy, a bacteria, virus, a frog, a mosquito, a dog, cat, deer, a rose, a tree, or a human being, is governed by the natural laws. Nobody separately, independently can escape it or can change it. Everything is connected. Everything affects everything else. Because of natural laws, the course of events, including your own thoughts, emotions, feelings, are determined and are subject to same natural laws, as is your intelligence, your IQ, your talent, your skill, your aging, your decay, your physical and mental ability, strength, state, everything that you use to make a decision or to take an action is already governed by the natural laws. You can call it destiny. Destiny is a shorthand way of saying that everything is determined by the natural laws You may not be able to accurately predict it. You might not have enough data, information, intelligence, processing power to exactly calculate, predict, or determine when and how something will happen. But that is merely the limitation of your ability to calculate, your ability to know. This does not really make those things indeterministic. So this is the third most important thing to remember. Destiny alone happens, which is another way of saying that what happens is determined by the total sum of all forces and is governed by the natural laws. What happens is not under control of any individual because there are no really separate, independent individuals. This is third most important thing to remember. Further, not only it controls, determines what happens, it also determines whether you can understand it or not, whether you can accept it or not, because all that is dependent on your intelligence, on your prior conditioning, on your knowledge, awareness, and even those are not really under your control.